Hi, Bob Thomason here. I want to take a few moments and show you how I do juicing. Now, I'm new to juicing. I've only been juicing for about 2 weeks. I've got the juicing machine here. This is a centrifugal machine, and this is one of the things that I do is take this pulp catcher right here. You don't have to do this, but I line this with a bag. Now, right now, I'm doing it the cheap way. I'm using an apple bag that I got apples out of as the catcher here. So I'm going to put this up under here. Now, this is a recipe I haven't tried before. I've got 4 apples, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got a lime, and I've got a 1/4 head of red cabbage. Now, I've tried some other recipes, really like them, and I'm using a 30-day challenge, which has recipes for each day. So it gives me a variety of things to do. But I wanted to go through this, let me plug this in, and show you how I do juicing. And we'll see if this, get my system put together now, make sure this is in place. And with this head of cabbage right here, it's not going to fit in the chute right there. So I've got to cut that like that, and I think at that point, yeah, I can shove it down in there and shove some other leaves down in there. Also, on the lime, let me look, because I've got my recipe on my phone here. All right, with the lime, it doesn't say anything, and the recipe says nothing about peeling the lime. It's a little bit tough, so I'm just going to cut it in two, and I'm going to juice it like I do everything else. A lot of times these apples, I have to cut them in half. It's not that you have to. If they'll fit in there, that's fine, but sometimes it's hard to get them started if I don't cut them, so I like to do that. I've done it both ways. This works out pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and get it started. This says it makes about 30 ounces. We'll see. That's as I suspected. And that is to use a carrot. Now this recipe doesn't call for carrot, but what I have found is that apples many times will lay flat in the bottom of this juicer. So I use carrots as the last thing that I put in, and it will push that apple on through. Like I said, this recipe didn't call for carrots, but I got them anyway. And they've got all the apple out. So we're in good shape there. Now, as you can see, this is a rather soupy looking mix. It's going to taste a lot of apple in there. I don't think I'm going to get much flavor from the, here we go. I don't think I'm going to get much flavor from the cabbage. One thing I do like to do, once I finish mixing this stuff, or grinding this, getting my juice made, is I like to pour it back and forth and mix it. Give me a good mix in there because it has some pulp in it, and I like a good mixture in there. And I'm going to pour this up because this I will refrigerate and drink later on today. I'll just put a cap on this. There we go. Put that in the fridge. Next, I'm going to get a glass out. And let's try this. I'm anxious to try this one. This will be the first time I've tried this particular recipe. And see how it is. Not bad. It's a lot of apple. Has a little bit of tartness to it. That's because of the lime. But it's good. That's a good recipe right there. That's the recipe for today. Now, what I'll do is clean all of this stuff up because it makes kind of a mess, as you can see. And once I get it cleaned up, let this drain a little bit, and I will be ready for tomorrow's juicing. This didn't make the 30 ounces that they said that it would, but it did make it made enough for juicing for today, because usually I get a couple of glasses of this, and I'll drink this one this morning, drink another one after lunch. And I've gotten some recipes that I've tried already that I've marked as favorites, but this one's not bad. This is a good recipe.